Hi everybody, happy Halloween, because I'm recording this on Halloween, so may not see it until day after or whatever. Some people may not see it till well after, so, but for right now, hope everyone has a very happy, safe, fun Halloween. But yeah, so cool. Probably gonna be a short video today. I don't have a whole lot planned, mostly because what I need to be doing is cleaning and organizing and listing and doing a lot of things that I've just not made the time for this past 2 weeks. You can kind of see a bit of the mess behind me that just needs to be tidied up so that I can list effectively and get the stuff into the shop and hopefully sell some stuff. But today we're going to do just a little bit of a haul. I have picked up a few things since the last time I filmed. And then there's some other things that I still need to show you that I just picked up along the way and don't remember when. So yeah, let's get on it. First of all, before we start, let's just do something fun for Halloween. I got a delivery from, I purchased it from from one of the big stores. I've wanted one for years and years, and so when it was finally back in stock and ready to, and actually not like sold out, so like immediately, I was like, all right, this is my time. This is my thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it, and then I'll show you what it is. Kids, be very careful with box cutters and utility knives. There are razor blades inside them. You have to put those little disclaimers on things, right? I don't think children watch these videos. It's nice cardboard. All right, here's the fun thing, right? It's a Halloween decoration, of course, a little decanter in the shape of a skull. I actually have a glass or a cup with it's got a lid and like a mason jar type lid and a straw in it that looks very much like that. And I call him Philip. This one I'll have to name. If anybody has any really cool names for this guy, especially since his brother is the little cup, which I should have brought the cup in to show you guys, but I mean, it's basically this, but a little bit smaller with a mason jar lid and a straw in. But I've wanted one of these for years, and the fact that they were selling them again, big box retailer, nationwide, Walmart, let's just say it. Not affiliated, not sponsored, but if they wanted to, they've surely got the money. But yeah, isn't he cool? His little ball there. I don't know what I'm going to put in it. If anything, he's probably just going to sit on a shelf somewhere. Might put him on my bookshelf with the bookshelf, Mom. We'll put him on the bookshelf. But anyway, Mom knows what I'm talking about. We don't need to go into it. All right. So yeah, that's the little fun thing. Happy Halloween, all that good stuff. But yeah, let's get into like some of this like opening of jewelry, because that's what we're all here for, right? I believe, yeah, this bag that I'm working on right now, it came from the charity shop, thrift store, whatever you want to call it, locally, that supports a local food bank. So, yeah, so that's what this is. I've been like kind of like thinking about my shop and what we do as a quote-unquote company. It's a hobby. It's not really a company yet. But And the thing is that I got to thinking, you know, the places that I frequent to purchase a lot of this jewelry, they're charity centers and donation centers for that kind of thing. And the ones that I really like to frequent, this one in particular, supports a local food bank. Another one that my mom turned me on to supports a addiction recovery in our local community. So things like that. Hospice, you know, I told you guys there's a hospice thrift store that I got those earrings from last week, the screwback earrings. That was all from hospice, you know. So, but anyway, here in this bag, lovely bracelet, gorgeous green glass. Some of it kind of frosted, but those clear faceted green beads. It is on a stretchy cord, but it's not stretched out or, you know, damaged, which is awesome. So that's really cool. Ready to go. Nothing to do to it. It's ready to photograph and list. That is amazing. Similarly, this is the kind of bag that Beans usually comes running when he hears opens that Mylar. But here's a bangle, clear plastic, faceted. Actually, that would actually go over my fat hand. But yeah, so this would actually fit me, which is a thing in of itself. I don't necessarily want to sell this as is. It just depends on when I do the research for it, what I think I can get out of it. If I think I can get at least 11 out of it on a resale, I'll do it. Otherwise, this is going in the upcycle bin, and I'll do some fun stuff with decoupage. I love to decoupage on these things. So we'll take a look at it, see what's up. There's some, I don't know if it's meant to be this kind of yellowy thing or if the plastic is simply yellowed over time with exposure to UV. And it doesn't matter. It's just a little bit off clear. You know, it's got that little bit of yellow. You can kind of see it in the light. Okay. A gorgeous set. Earrings, necklace together. We'll need research to determine where it's from, what it is. There's no branding on the paper backing, that it's still firmly attached to. It looks like no one even ever took this off and wore it. It's like new. But regardless, looking at the way everything is attached together, even if it is not something that is valuable as is, we'll just take it apart. Got some bracelets here. These are branded. Most everything I pulled from this this particular shop was branded in some way. This is a, oh, it simply says handmade US. This is a Lizzie James. I don't think it's a necklace because of how the tube, those are called tube beads, are. I think it's a bracelet. It should be able to go 3, maybe on someone else's smaller wrist. But it is a Lizzie James. I love that clasp on it. So maybe if I took it apart, like opened it. So this is called a lobster clasp, by the way, because it is shaped kind of like a lobster's claw. And yeah, I like how big that is. It's very nice for if people were to maybe have dexterity issues, which I'd sometimes do. I spent a lot of years working with my hands pretty intensely, and so now they're not what they used. Pardon me, excuse me. Got a new cup. Got a new cup. That one's just got water in it. instead of coffee. This is a little pin. No, this is not. This is a necklace pendant. Picked this up because it's a little necklace pendant. It's very cute, very pretty. Needs, oh, it looks like it's got a little hole. Very tiny little hole in it. So apparently it's missing some pieces, but I don't know. There's just, I could put this on a chain myself. I could do something with it. It's very lightweight, extremely lightweight. So I'm not sure. It's a little bit wide for most bookmark work that I would use it for. However, it is so lightweight that I might ignore that and do a bookmark with it anyway. The way the bail is sitting on that, the ring, or I don't have a pen with me. Yeah, I do. Okay, so the ring has to go through side to side like this to go through that loop on the bail. Which means now the way that it works in the bookmarks is it goes straight through like so, right? So so if I were just to put one ring through the loop on the end of a bookmark and straight through this bail, the leaf would sit sideways. It would hang sideways. And it's something you have to take into consideration with things like this. So basically I would need to put a second ring to make it lay flat, or maybe I'd put this on a very short chain, and it would lay appropriately however it needed to. Just keeping in mind how, because, chains are made of interconnected rings that do that. They go one this way, one, if you imagine that this is poking through a hole, one pokes through a hole this way, one hole goes this way, and so on and so forth. So you just make sure you've got the right number, or the right, I guess you need an even number of links to make sure that this hangs properly on a necklace, or if you just were to put on a fixed ring. Anyway, it's just a little bit of jewelry making information for you if you were into that kind of thing. Crafting, jewelry, all that good stuff. All right. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, it's one of these. This is a dual. It is a pin, right? But it also has this little mechanism here that you could put it on a chain or a cord. So it could be either, I love the colors in that. It's very reminiscent of the scarab earrings that we picked up and I showed you guys last week. Just the colors on that, very vibrant gold plate. And this is very vibrant reds, and it kind of looks pink in this light, but it's actually red, purple, green, and blue. But yeah, that red looks kind of pinky on the camera screen there. But yeah, it's just pretty. There's no branding on that one. Just some cute little earrings. No brand. Hammered bronze. That's a thing of, for the price that I picked these up for, I don't feel bad just picking up unbranded things that just look kind of cool. I can always search them online, see if they're anything. If they're not, I don't feel bad putting this in my personal collection. So, it needs research. It definitely needs research. Put that in the research pile. This is looks like a Sarah Coventry. Another small pin, gold plate, 2 leaves, ready to list. Perfectly ready to list. Find my piles here. Okay. Another little, looks like a stretch bracelet. This one, I don't feel, no, these are plastic beads, but I like the color. This was probably bought specifically to break down. It is plastic beads, but the color, it's got that kind of turquoise color veining to it. They're not turquoise. They're not stone. This is so lightweight. It's very much a plastic little bracelet. Stretch cord. I don't think anybody would ever put real turquoise on nylon stretch. But yeah, it does have that kind of veining look to it. Someone, you know, it's, but anyway, it's something I bought specifically to break down. Or not. I have a small thing here. I don't think I'm going to show this on camera. It is a charm bracelet. It is specifically a Disney charm bracelet. It has a little female mouse face on it and a castle. It just has 2 charms on it. And a tiny little thing that kind of, yeah, a little tag that brands it as that company. I'm not going to show that on camera. I don't know that my video would stay up if I showed the actual bracelet. Sorry. But yeah, it's nice. I'm going to take a look at it, research it, see if it can be sold. And we'll sell it. And we'll see if it would be more valuable to sell the 2 charms separately or together with the bracelet. This is a very cute unbranded bracelet. This is a teacher's gift with the apples. It looks like it would be on a stretch cord, but it's not. That's chain. You know, right there. So yeah, nice little vintage teacher's gift. Again, requires a little bit of research. Is it branded? It is not branded, but it's a nice little piece. I really thought it was cute. Can't turn up something that's that adorable. And teacher's gifts are always very popular. Okay, here's a little pen. Can't see it in the baggie. This is a resin or clay rose. I'm not sure. Is it a break? No, it's not. Is it broken? Can't tell if that is broken or not. I may have to just look a little harder at it. It's very, very cute, very pretty little pin. You know, argument can be made both ways, whether or not that petal is broken or meant to be folded and look like that. These things are so delicate. Anything with a rose that's not metal is so very delicate and difficult to purchase with or you know, that kind of thing, because those little the clay gets so thin at the end of the petals and the leaves that it just snaps. You breathe on it wrong, it snaps. Here is a charm bracelet, branded. It's got the Tree of Life imprinted on several of those little coins. I can't read Artifice. I can't read the and of course it's backwards in the camera. I can't read that. I'll have to get some magnifying on that. So whether or not this stays as a bracelet, just gets resold, or I take the little coins off. I love me some coins shaped charms. scarf clip in the shape of a seashell. Not branded, but scarf clips are cute. Easy to list. This is... Oh no, it's a pair. I thought it was a single clip-on earring. I'm like, why did I buy a single clip-on earring? But no, it's not a single. They're just clipped onto each other for safekeeping. Get my ring out of the way. Isn't that pretty? A little filigree, enamel lines up the back. There's its mate. Doesn't matter if it's stayed upside down or not. You know. Yeah, I'm wearing spooky jewelry today. It's Halloween. I'm also wearing, like, my makeup I went a little wild with. I got a candy corn thing going on. But yeah, those are very pretty earrings. Again, not branded, but earrings don't always, even if they are branded earrings, they don't always have the branding on them because of how small everything is. It'd be very difficult to just stamp your brand on something quite that small. But they're very pretty regardless of whether or not they have a brand. I'll put that right there. Just another little necklace pendant that looks like an actual gemstone in there. That's a very pretty color. I love that deep purple. It looks kind of reddish in the lighting, but it's actually a deep eggplant purple. Another pin. Let me fold that back. So there's no gems in this. All this is like enamel in the in these little flat sections or whatever. I do like that shape. It's, you know, the shape you find on paisley. I'm not sure what those particular little things, the bent teardrop shapes inside of paisley. I don't know what they're called. This is a gorgeous handmade, looks like hematite just at a glance. Someone went to a lot of care to wrap that, hand wrap that wire. That was not wrapped by me. I've done wire wrapping before, just as one of those, you know, hobbies that you do as someone with as many varied interests as I have. But anyway, that's ready to list. It's ready to go. Looks like hematite. I'll have to take a look at it a little bit closer. It's nothing. This needs to be cleaned up a little bit. This is a pin. It's a Russ branded pin. I currently have a Russ trinket dish in the shop. It's like, says "I love you, Mom" on it, which would be a great Mother's Day gift. This, of course, is an Easter pin because it's got a rabbit being hatched out of an egg. We won't go into all the symbolism in that. And then here we have a set of charms shaped like high heels. We all know how I feel about my high heels and my shoes. While I don't collect actual real shoes, I do love things that depict high heels and shoes. I have a ring display that I think I went over it with you guys, like some of the repair that would be needed for it, to get it ready to list. But it has been repaired, has been listed. It's got the little pillows that you put your rings between to, you know, display them and that kind of thing. All right, so that needs to be thrown away. Okay. This was the research pile. Got just a little bit more as far as a bag goes. Let's break it up a little bit and go into some, what do you call it? a progress update on the embroidered piece. It looks like I went backwards in progress because I finished stitching the sketch onto with the paper backing onto the cloth, and then I was actually able to go ahead and remove the paper and leave the stitching behind. So now we have a black on black. You can't even see it with the camera. If I get up really close, you guys can see the stitching where I did that. I don't mind doing it like that, but I will probably use a different paper in the future. They make dissolvable transfer backing and that kind of thing for things like that. Now, the issue with that is that it's dissolvable in water. Well, and that which is great for if you're actually embroidering thread on things or that kind of thing, because thread doesn't tarnish, doesn't dissolve, doesn't anything like that. So I could easily just pin the backing on there, stitch everything onto the cloth, and then wet it down and dissolve the paper away, but then you run the risk of ruining some of the things that are stitched onto the cloth. Now, for this sketching process, probably wouldn't be a problem. I do have some here in the crafting room somewhere to draw on, and then do the stitching, like the sketch stitching that I did for this owl, and then wash it before I put the jewelry on it, and it probably wouldn't be as much of a pain in the butt as it was to like tear each individual little piece of paper from underneath the stitches. I did lose a couple of stitches in the process, but it's enough to keep the shape and an idea that I can kind of follow through with. So it's fine. It was a little bit of a pain in the butt. We'll work on refining the process as we go. But yeah, so that's the progress on that. Oh, also, I picked up different storage things for the beads and stuff that I break down. The jars were great. They really, really were for what they were. The canisters. Let me see if I've got one I can just pull out. These canisters are great. Okay, they're really, really good for what they are. However, it was very difficult for me to set these out and look in the jar and see what I had to do a project like that. So instead, I got a bunch of these boxes that are shallow, that I can actually, if I clear it off my table, if I could set the boxes out just in a row, and look down into them and say, oh, that shape, that color is what I need to put on the artwork now, and kind of rifle through it, just, as you would, without having to like pour the whole color out onto a plate, dig through it, find one piece that I'm looking for, and then put it all back in the jar to go on to the next color. It's about minimizing the amount of work my brain has to do, minimizing the steps, because if I have too many steps involved, I'll lose track, I'll stop, I'll get frustrated, and I'll stop. It's how my brain works. I've never been diagnosed with autism. I've never asked to go through the process, and I'm 40, okay? When I was a kid, well, ADD wasn't really beginning to be diagnosed in anybody until I was about, I was 9 when my brother was born, and he caught the diagnosis when he was about 4 or 5. So when I was 13 was when, kids were really starting to get diagnosed with ADD, school-age children. and at that point, it was considered very much, almost exclusively, a boy's diagnosis. It was, girls didn't have ADD. They just didn't. No real reason other than they just didn't. And we've come to find out in following years that girls have ADD probably at as high of an incidence as boys. It's just that we manifest it differently. Here's a lovely little charm bracelet with some gorgeous little charms. You've got a bulldog, a little English bulldog, a ducky, bathing suit. Yeah. But anyway, so there's your evidence right there. Girls manifest attention deficit disorder differently. They're more likely to have, first of all, they're more likely to have what's called attention deficit just went out of my head. So where boys, attention deficit inattentive disorder, whereas boys are more likely to go ahead and have the hyperactivity. Now, girls can have the hyperactivity one too, but it's just, as far as there's some Elvis keychains, going to have to take the price tags off of them. Those were donated to me to resell. Some ribbon for bookmarks, a very nice golden tan color. But anyway, so boys are more likely to have the hyperactivity, which is more obvious, quote unquote, because they're running around being hyperactive. Whereas girls might go off and do the inattentive one, which is more daydreamy, more in their head kind of thing. And while that may cause trouble in school in that they're not paying attention, it's not the same kind of like running around causing a scene kind of difficulties. Now, I also, as a kid, I did pretty well academically. I did pretty well academically. So school wasn't a problem for me. Even, I guess it was the structure, probably that they held. There were very, very set expectations. Anyway, all that to say is I never had a reason to go and get a diagnosis. But now that I'm an adult, trying to do my own thing, keep my own schedule, keep my own house neat and tidy, try to do these things, there's a lot of difficulties arising. This is a mess. It's a terrible, terrible mess. And I'm trying to make things and take pictures and make listings and that kind of thing. While also, pretty much since I started this video series or whatever, I've been searching for a job. I've been just keeping my house together. Trying to keep things neat and tidy and have somewhat of a social life. While most of my social life is done online, it gets a little overwhelming sometimes. And I do believe that even without a formal diagnosis, I probably do have it. I probably should go and get diagnosed. But it's something I would have to call and make an appointment and follow through the appointment and get the testing done. And then what are they going to do for me? I don't think, I've seen some people, I know some people who do very well on medications for it. I don't know if I would be of the type that would qualify for any kind of medication for it. I don't know how that would react with some of my antidepressants. There's just a lot of questions that I don't know if I care enough about the answers to really get it, or if I can just say, yeah, I've probably got it. Now, how do we just cope behaviorally? But anyway, all that to say is I've been having kind of a hard time focusing lately. Oh, it's cute. does cause some problems. Anyway, another little bag, cute pair of earrings. These are pierced earrings. I have purchased, well, actually, you can purchase earring backs online, your favorite online retailer. You can purchase the earring backs. We'll just go ahead and do this right now while I've got them out. We'll put this style of earring back on here. Yep, and then these are ready to resell. I've got a little tiny baggie here. Yep, boop, boop, done and done. But yeah, this is this little pack of earring backs. It's got all the kinds you can want. It's got the silicone ones of different shapes and that kind of thing. The ones that go on the hook style earrings, the ones that go, you know, on studs, you know, and then it's got the different metal colored ones, you know. Pardon me. But yeah. So you can buy these. I mean, I think this was like $6 for a ton of those things. Anyway, in this, ooh, oops, little hoops. Is there a second? I don't see its pair. That makes me sad. What makes me equally sad, this is tangled up. I'm gonna have to clean this. That doesn't make me sad. I like cleaning jewelry. This beautiful bracelet. Look at that multi-strand bracelet. Does it fit me? It does not fit me. It is a magnetic clasp bracelet. Just boop. Clip it on. Looks like if it doesn't fit me and it just barely doesn't fit me, it's probably an 8-inch or maybe a 7. We'll have to see if this is actually pitting in the metal or if it's, it looks like it might be scratches. Which is fine. You can still, but we'll have to clean the chain because it's kind of tarnished. No branding on it, but I do adore it. I do adore it. Anything multi-stranded like that. I wish I just have a big wrist, you know. So yeah, I miss it by like that much. And I'm pretty sure I have a 9-inch. I wear a 9-inch bracelet. So this is probably an 8-inch. I'll measure it, of course, before I, you know, list it. But yeah, it needs to be cleaned, researched. See if it's even worth my time. I know this is a stretchy bracelet. Again, I don't even gonna try that one. I know that one's not gonna fit me. It's way too small. The metal is, yeah. Here's another bracelet. This one's kind of pretty. It's got a charm on it, multi-strand, another magnetic clasp. This one's a little bit better of a magnetic clasp because it doesn't just like apart. You see that little tab right there? It fits in that little hole. So you kind of like do that, and it's still magnetic, but it doesn't, you can't just pull it straight apart. You have to actually like kind of lift up on it. Again, I'm not even gonna, I mean, I will try it on. I don't expect it to fit me. Yeah, it just barely doesn't go on me. So again, probably an 8-inch bracelet. Some metal bangles. Not terribly. This is a cute little bracelet. It needs to be restrung. These look like, they feel like synthetic. Oh yeah, definitely synthetic if you look at the back of them. But I have stretchy nylon that I could restring this, no problem. Once it's restrung, it would probably fit me, especially since it would be stretchy to go over my hand. But yeah, it needs to be restrung. Looked at again, see if it's worth my time. Another little tiny, little bracelet with some tiny little charms. It says love. Just a little starburst on it. Looks like it's made out of recycled materials. Simply one of those memory wire charm bracelets. Another stretchy metallic. Doesn't even go over my hand. People have small hands and small wrists. Looks like pearls. It is stretchy enough to go over my hand. There's kind of a gap there. Tells me that it's just the nylon cord has been overstretched. Maybe one of these beads broke off. Again, I could restring it. I don't think it's worth it. Just feeling the material it's made out of. I just don't think it is. Is that the? Oh, let's just set it aside. I love this earring. If I find its pair, because it's not branded, that's going in my personal collection because I love big hoops like that. I just do. Some more of these metal brass colored bangles. Stacking bracelets as they are. Single earring. What made me pull this was actually this pin. I wanted to show you that pin. That looks like a natural pearl. I'm going to show you something gross. The way you tell if it's actually a pearl versus if it's glass or whatever is you rub it against your teeth. And real pearls will feel like they have little ridges on them. And to me, I think that's actually glass made to look like pearl. It's very smooth against my teeth. And that's because teeth and pearls are made of a very similar material. The ridges in pearls are so small, the little imperfections and things are so small that your fingertips probably can't feel them. But if you rub them against your teeth, it kind of, your teeth are also not perfectly smooth, at least most, unless you have like fake teeth, plastic or acrylic or whatever teeth. Natural teeth are not smooth. Looks like it screws onto something. That's not a piece of jewelry. It's pretty though. There's a screw back. There's threading on the inside of that little. But anyway, so there's your little tip. Not that I encourage anybody to go through thrift stores or whatever putting jewelry in their mouth. I don't encourage that. Clean it first, disinfect it first. Some more earrings. Lovely, lovely earrings. They, again, it's too small to have any branding. They're very heavy, though. I'll have to take a magnet over and see what we're looking at. Got a matching pair of rings, one pink, one blue. I'll just show you this one, the pink one. Yeah, adjustable, so it's probably very, very inexpensive. They are cute, won't deny that. And we have a number of small dangle earrings, just like one bead, two bead kind of things. A little adjustable ring with the Eiffel Tower and a flower. A friend of mine just went on a trip with her husband to Paris. It's a tiny little ring. That looks like an opal. That could be an opal. Little tiny ring. I have to find my ring sizer. Come on now. Focus. I have to, there's like a break up here. See that? Or it's broken up top there. It's a shame. It's not an adjustable ring. It's just extremely small. I don't even think that would fit on my pinky. Yeah, it doesn't even fit all the way down my pinky. Not that my hands are all that huge. I only wear a size 9 ring on my ring finger. A few beads, like some loose beads and things. Some more hoop earrings, some more small dangly earrings, some charms. Yeah, very nice. You know, some things some things in that bag not really even worth showing to you. Honestly. Toss some things. That's kind of cool. I did not find the pair to that. It's a shame that ring has a broken piece. And is also too small for me. I don't mind wearing... take a look at it. I don't mind wearing stuff like that has like a little, you know, that little tip be broken off or whatever. So it would have gone in my personal collection, except it's too small. It doesn't even fit on my pinky. And I don't have the ability currently to stretch jewelry. Okay. All that said and done, let's see, is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Alright, cool. Once again, I want everybody to, you know, again, I'm recording this on Halloween. I don't know, I probably will go out later today. So it might go up on, you know, in the evening tonight, maybe after all the trick-or-treaters have gone by and done their thing. Have a good one. Be safe, have fun. That's what I tell all my younger friends is be safe, have fun. Take care of each other, take care of yourself. All that good stuff. I'm gonna get to work cleaning and tidying this because I have to, or I'm gonna go crazy or crazier. Yeah, happy Halloween. Have a good one. Bye.